Thank you so much for joining today. I'm Tejas, and I look into product growth and strategy here at RevSure. And today I have my colleague Nishant with me.
Hey, thank you all for joining. Hi, I'm Nishant, and I'm part of the product team here at RevSure.
So, today's session is the deep dive into the account research agent that we've built. But before that, we'd like to introduce you to RevSure and what we do. RevSure is a full funnel AI platform for B2B GTM teams. We unify GTM data for marketing optimization, pipeline acceleration, and revenue predictability. Our full funnel AI architecture starts with our data ingestion layer, which pulls data from all your CRM, map, ad platforms, website, chat tools, and offline sources such as conferences and events. The next stage is our RevShore data model, which unifies all this data across your leads, accounts, and opportunities. Our AI engine powers predictive attribution, journey mapping, prioritization, and forecasting. And then we've built our agentic AI layer on top, which executes full funnel agents across the full GTM motion to help you optimize for scoring, forecasting, and next best actions. Next is our activation layer, which writes back all these insights to your CRM systems, ad platforms, and warehouses in real time to ensure consistency throughout.
Yeah, they just to add on what you've already mentioned, I think the one thing that really makes RevSure stand out from its peers is how configurable and user-friendly the experience is. And for example, if we talk about the data ingestion layer, you are able to connect to more
Mhm.
than 10 plus data sources and pull data into RevSure. As for configurability for AI engines, you can choose which approach you want your projection engine to take, and based on that, you will be able to derive your projected metrics. And as for the activation layer that you've already mentioned, you are able to write back insights to CRMs, to multiple ad platforms. That is what a really powerful GTM tool looks like.
Absolutely, Nishant. I agree. So, one of the biggest challenges we would hear from GTM teams today isn't that they lack data, it's that they have so much data, and all this data lives in silos across all the tools used in the modern B2B GTM motion.
Yeah, absolutely, Tejas. I think that's one of the key problems, right? I think the marketing team has one set of data, the sales team has another set of data, and the ops team also has another set of data. So that what's actually happening is each of these teams is looking at their own version of their truth. Nobody has the complete picture, and because of that, everybody thinks they know the whole truth. But the reality is that each of these teams, since they're looking at data in silos, nobody has the complete picture.
No, that's exactly why we built RevSure, Nishant. So, at the core of our platform is the RevSure data graph. It connects all these siloed systems in real time, from the very first marketing touch to sales conversations to revenue outcomes and next best actions, all brought in into a single unified view.
Exactly, Tejas. And once you have got that right, the possibilities are endless. It's not just dashboards; you actually get real insights. Plus, our whole agentic AI is built on top of that. So this data graph, the RevShore data graph, it enables you to drive complete actionability and execution from our all-powerful full funnel insights.
Mhm. So, what effectively happens is instead of teams wasting time stitching things together from different platforms, RevShop brings a single source of truth and actually makes it actionable with our AI powered insights. Now, so the next thing, the very foundation of our agentic AI is our agent builder. The agent builder allows you to build and deploy custom agents according to your business needs.
Yeah. So it's basically a no-code drag and drop platform that allows you to build up agents in the matter of minutes and draw insights. So that's how powerful the agentic AI is. And we can't wait for you to try out our agent builder as well.
So let's get right into the account research agent. We'd love to show you more. So, it starts very simple. All you have to do is enter the account name or website that you want to look at. For this example, we're looking at Vimeo. Just hit run. And so this is what how the results look. It starts with an overview of the account. Now, let's imagine this. I'm an AE who's just got assigned a new account, and I've got a discovery call coming up today. And the first thing I do is open 7 tabs: LinkedIn, Apollo, Crunchbase, Salesforce, maybe past conversation notes from the marketing team and sales team. But it's a very fragmented picture. Do you want to shed some light here, Nishant?
Yeah. They just exactly, and you know what happens is by the time you have pieced all that together, you have already lost an hour or probably a couple of hours, and you are still only working with fragments, just like we talked about, right? The incomplete picture.
Yeah, that's the exact problem that we're looking to solve with our account research agent here. I just have to drop the company name into the RevSure account research agent, and within seconds, I get the full overview, which gives me where the company is headquartered, their tech stack, what their business model is, whether that B2B or B2C, some of their specialties, what industry do they operate in. The next thing that we think is really critical is who are the key stakeholders of this account. Who are the executives that you need to reach out to, and who are decision makers.
Right, Tejas. I think what is really helpful is the agent surfaces your key stakeholders automatically. You see the roles, you see who can will how much influence in the decision making and relevant and how relevant they are to your sales motion. So as you can see here, right, you have different stakeholders involved. You know their experience, you know what roles they are into, and you also have tags describing what they basically expertise in, and based on that, that helps you save a lot of time, you know, researching on the key stakeholder. You just have it pop up on the screen like that.
Now imagine the impact for an SDR, right? It helps you target the right decision maker from the very start, so you don't waste time reaching out to the wrong people. Now
Absolutely.
the next thing that we'd like to look at is the LinkedIn profile of the company, right? So if you look at this tab here, we have a brief overview, a summary of their LinkedIn profile. And Nishant, do you want to take it forward?
Yeah, sure. And here's the real value, right? RevSure doesn't show you the profile. It automatically runs an ICP fit analysis against your criteria, as you can see here. And based on that, it gives you a score and tells you key points based on that profile analysis.
Mhm. Exactly. So you'll see whether the account actually aligns with your ICP based on custom conditions that you can set up yourself, like revenue thresholds, business model, whether that B2B or B2C. Are they a SaaS company, right? You get all these insights into their funding and growth as well, and as well as their key offerings.
Absolutely, Tejas. I think so far it's all been really powerful, but we want to show you something even more exciting. We would like to go onto the timeline journey tab. This is where RevSure really stands apart from its peers. Instead of just static facts that even a lot of other competitors can do, we stitch together the entire account journey for you, as you can see in the screen now.
Mm-hmm. So, as we mentioned before, we talk about a connected system all the time. So, we aggregate all the engagement data from this account across all your GTM systems and map it out into a timeline journey view where you can see which email was sent, who sent it, who it was sent to. You can see things like marketing campaign touches. Another view we have here is the influence is the journey tracker, which Nishant can shed some light on.
Yeah, I'll just like to show you. So you saw the timeline journey, right? There were a lot of data points, but in the journey tracker, the specialty is that here you get to see a calendar format of what engagements have happened across the complete life cycle of that particular account. You can also group it by engagement channels. You can group it by different criteria. Here, if Tejas, if you can just go into the drop down there on the engagement channel and group by. See, this is the best part of this view is that you can group it by different criterias here: engagement type, page type. So this is very clean, concise view of looking at the account journey so far. So yeah.
So what this effectively means is, right, for marketers, this shows what content and campaigns actually drove movement. For SDRs, it highlights when an account is actually heating up and getting warmed up for outreach. And for AEs, it's instant visibility into how engaged the account already is before you actually have to step in.
Absolutely,
Now,
Tejas.
the next thing we'd like to show you is the contacts tab, which actually maps out the individual contacts from the account and their individual timeline journeys as well. So, you know, these individual journeys can be viewed as a way to see who your champion is, who's actually driving, progression from the funnel from the overall account that we're looking at.
Yeah. And so that quickly helps you identify, right, who do you engage with. So the person who engages the most, or person who is constantly exploring, engaging with your campaigns, responding to your outreaches, I think that's where your actual champion lies in. And through this, the journey timeline of the contacts, individual contacts, helps you gauge how uh, hot your contact is. So based on that, it helps you identify those contacts within an account and allocates your time more efficiently.
Hmm. Absolutely, I agree, Nishant. So, and the next thing we'd like to go into is the third party insights, right? So, we don't just have data from RevSure and from LinkedIn. We actually have partnered with third party vendors to get you, excuse me, to get you information like hiring signals, recent news. So, you no longer have to toggle between multiple data sources.
Yeah, yeah, Tejas. Which means that marketers can actually time campaigns with external triggers such as hiring signals and funding, and SDRs can time the outreach perfectly, as they say in B2B sales. It's all about the timing. So this actually helps you hit the nail on the head with timing. Yeah.
Mhm. And these insights can actually be configured for you to decide what actually comes in and what is actually relevant to your company. So the next thing we'd like to go, so touching upon how we're making all this data actionable, the next step is our strategies tab.
Yeah. This is all about so far you've all seen what insights we can provide you, how do we make it connect and complete the picture for you, but that's all just insights, right? How do you take action? So this is where the magic happens. This is where the action is happening. Here you have the next best actions tab that tells you what actions you can take based on the account history, engagement, and a lot of other intent signals. And yeah, Tejas, would you like to probably take them through this once?
Mhm. So, another thing that's very valuable is the value proposition framing, right? So, our AI understands what your company does, what the target company does, and frames value propositions. You have three options here, which you can actually use to frame your messaging and your outreach to people from the target account.
Yeah,
So,
this is all very powerful.
mm,
Yeah.
touching on actionability again, right? So here's the next layer. Chat with Relly, right? Relly is our in-house chatbot.
Yeah,
Nishant, do you want to help the
yeah,
viewers with?
sure. So Relly can write your personalized outreach based on engagement data, answer questions like, what's the most impactful campaign touch, and surface insights on how the account is engaged. So it's basically like your own personal assistant about the account. Ask them anything about the journey so far, and it can just create answers, craft very professional answers for you. And using that, you can just connect with anyone from uh, the account, and that makes your life a lot easier, right?
Mhm. Absolutely. If you think about it, for SDRs, Relly is like a personal assistant that writes emails in your voice and with your particular instructions. And for marketers, you can use Relly to actually understand which was the most impactful campaign and which were the most impactful touches that drove this account through your funnel. And for AEs, it's an instant meeting prep partner, so which you can engage with and get insights from before you actually get into meetings with the account.
This is
So,
all so exciting. I'm really excited for all of you to try this. Yeah. And
so
by the way, we are not just stopping here. One of the most exciting features coming soon is the ability to surface ICP fit contacts, not yet in your CRM. Tejas, would you like to throw some light on that?
Yep, absolutely. So imagine RevShop pulling in all the missing prospects who aren't in your CRM and who are within your ICP. So say if marketing roles are my ICP, RevShop will actually go over to the account's LinkedIn and pull in all the people who fit that ICP and bring them here into a unified view, along with the contacts who are already part of your CRM. Right? This is a huge unlock for marketing and SDR teams trying to expand reach and target accounts.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
we
I
even
am
have,
so excited
we even
about it.
have interests and pain points mapped out based on the LinkedIn profile, all generated and put down by our AI.
Yep, Tejas. In short, the RevSure account research agent takes what used to be hours of fragmented research and compresses it into minutes of actionable strategy. How powerful
Mhm.
is that?
Immense, right? If you think about it, for roles across the across GTM, marketers get smarter targeting, SDRs get faster, deeper personalization based on full funnel context, and AEs get confident conversations because insights are available at their fingertips, right?
Yes, and that's exactly why we build this, right? To help GTM teams actually spend less time piecing data and actually do things that matter, that is driving conversions.
Thank you so much for your time, everyone. We'd love to hear some more questions from you all.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. I hope you were able to drive some insights from this session. And yeah, we are open to questions now.
Thank you.
Thank you.